Hey, this is Mrs. J, and today we're going to make a pear cam for our automata toy. So when you're in Fusion, make sure that you're in your automata toy over here in the data panel. Double click that. You should see whatever you've made so far. And then you can close that up so that you can work in that folder and it'll be in your toy. So in our lesson, you're going to see a pear cam that has this shape. It's kind of like a regular round circle with a little bump at the top. But I really like this one better. It's not in your lesson, but I will give it to you. It's just really looks like a pear. That makes a very smooth motion for your toy. So we're going to work with this one, and I'll share it with you as soon as I get caught up. It's actually very simple. We're going to use parametric modeling so that we can change the side later, and we can laser cut them really quick in the laser cutter here using this file. We can do it right from Fusion. Okay, so we're going to make a circle, and then we're going to make a smaller circle, and we're going to add the lines to connect them, and then just extrude it a little bit and add that hole, and we'll be good. So take a look with me. Whatever diameter you have, everything else is based off that. So this radius down here is going to be half of your diameter. And this spacing in between, this will be the center of the small circle, center of the larger circle. That'll be half the diameter. And then this radius up here will be quarter of the diameter. And then the hole in the center will be 3/16. Again, we'll change that based on whatever axle size we decide to use so it's nice and snug. All right, so let's see if we can get in there. And we're going to switch back to Fusion. So I'm in a new project. You just want to double check that you're in inches by clicking Document Settings right here. And then you should be good. I'm going to go to the Modify tab. And we're going to click Change Parameters. And you'll see this menu pop up. Generally, you have to do this on your exam. It takes certification. So plus and DIA. I have now learned that whether you use uppercase or lowercase letters matters. It's how it reads, how the algorithm reads this. So you have to be very specific. Let's call this 1 inch for the diameter. You can always change that based on whatever we use in the class. And you'll see it after you laser cut it. I'm going to do nominal, N-O-M-I-N-A-L, diameter. Notice that there's an uppercase N and an uppercase D in those two words, and this is lowercase. It does matter. Hit OK. You can always pause to get the numbers and come back. We're going to do this one more time, 2 more times total. We're going to hit plus, and now we're going to make the depth, I think. No, let's do the hole. There's a hole I forgot. So HOLE, lowercase, make sure we're in inches. And I believe the hole said 3/16. That was in the center of the pear cam. See how it changes it to decimal? It does that for you, makes it super easy for us. And then we're just going to call this hole. And I think we go lowercase for this. Let me just double check my notes. Yeah, lowercase and OK. One more, let's do how deep we want it to be, or the depth, D-E-P-T-H. And it's going to be 1/4 inch or 0.25. And then, I'm sorry, I typed that wrong, 2.5. That will be, let me see if I did that correctly. That'll be the cam depth. Click this in here. C-A-M-D-E-P-T-H, uppercase C, uppercase D, cam depth. That's how thick it is when you extrude it. Okay, click OK. And now that's set for this piece and this piece only. And we made sure we're in inches on both sides. We're good. Okay, so we're going to create a sketch, and we're going to put it on the front plane. So right here. It's a little tricky sometimes to see it, but you know it rotates to front over here if you're in the right spot. We're actually going to use a line tool to get started. Click the line tool, top left, click the origin, drag up. Instead of putting in a dimension, we're going to put in diameter, DIA, lowercase. See how it notices what we're doing? And we're going to use the forward slash to divide it by 2. So 1 inch divided by 2. And I'm just going to zoom in on here. As you get more advanced with this, people who do this regularly really enjoy it. They tend to stick with it. They tend to like just do parametric modeling. So you'll see that, especially if you go for internships when you're a little older. If you double click on this, you don't have to do this, just watch. Because you could also do diameter times asterisk 0.5, because 0.5 is half, right? So same thing. So you could do multiplication, division. It knows what to do. It's intuitive if you use the right tools. Okay. So we have that. Now we're going to grab the circle, and this is a little tricky, so watch along. Grab that circle tool on the top there. Get on the origin, drag it out, and we don't want to do any dimension. We just want to hit enter. So it looks like it automatically popped one in there for me. So I'm going to click on the number, left click, hit delete on my keyboard, because I want that to go away. Now I want to grab the dimension tool, and I want to right click. So I'm just using my keyboard here, but I want to right click, and I missed it. I want to, let me see if I can try that again. Drag it, dimension, right click, and I want to switch to radius. I imagine I could have done that the first time. I'm new to that part. Yeah, let's get radius. Let me get you the right number. I think it is half the diameter. Yeah, so DIA, click it, DIA divided by 2. And I got that by looking here. Radius is half the diameter. So I'm going to say fusion diameter divided in half. 0.5. That's pretty good. The top one's going to be 0.4. So we're going to work on that next. Forgive me. See if I get to the next part here. Okay, so now we're going to take another circle tool, and we're going to go right on that point that we made there. And we're going to try right clicking. Oh, see, it doesn't let you. Okay, so I'm just going to click. Don't worry about the size. I'm going to grab the dimension tool, click on the circle, right click and change to radius. And then I think I may have messed this up. Hold on. Please show me. I'm trying to read my notes from doing this. And it needs to be a quarter, right? So we're going to put in DIA and divide by 4. So click DIA, divide 4, because that's a quarter of an inch. Okay, a little tricky there, but we're getting the hang of it. Just drag that over so you can see it. The proper way to do a circle or curved line dimension is to have this. See how it's not straight? Like this would be incorrect. But a curved, a bent line, yeah. Okay, so we're good here. Now we're got a little snowman, right? So we're going to take, let's see if I can do this. We're going to take the line tool, and we're going to make some lines that we can make this tangent to. So above and away from the object, just click, drag a line diagonally. Don't worry about the size. And I'm going to hit escape. I don't know why that's crooked, so I'm going to undo that. Oh yeah, I must have clicked it. I'm not using a mouse. Use a mouse, don't be me. So click, drag, and then get another one. Click, drag. If you find that you're still staying in the line tool, like it's still connected, just hit escape on your keyboard and it goes away. Okay, so up here in the top we have tangent constraint. A tangent lets your circle touch a line without going through it. So we're going to hit tangent. I'm going to hit this circle right around here and touch the line. Do the same thing down here. It doesn't really matter where, as long as you're in the general area. Click, click, do it again. Click this outside, click the line, click this outside, click the line. So you want to be near where you want them to touch. This lets me put everything together and I can trim everything out. So hit the trim tool, the scissors on the top. We're going to get rid of everything we don't want, which is the top of the line and then the bottom of the line. I'm just clicking. It turns purple and it goes away. And then the inside. Let's get rid of this, this. Lots of error messages yelling at you because you had dimensioned something and now it's gone. So Fusion's like, hey, I can't tell this to be this size if you took it away. But that's good. So ignore the warnings. Don't let them bother you. Okay, I think we just have to do the extrusion and the hole in the center and we are good. Let me just check my notes here. I promise I'll get faster in the future. Yeah, so we're gonna get the circle tool, click on the center, type in hole, lowercase, and then it should work. Yeah, can't really see it. I'm gonna drag it so you can see it. Type in my hole, and then let me do the extrusion. So we're gonna close our sketch, finish your sketch. Don't worry about that line there. It will disappear when we do it, and you'll be good. I'm gonna hit the home button so it rotates. We're going to hit extrude, and then select in here. That line will disappear as we go. And you can either drag, have fun, but I'm just gonna type in EPTH. And there you go. So yes, you could do this, hit enter twice. You could do this without parametric modeling, but there's a couple of benefits. One, you need to know it for certification. Two, if you wanted to make pear cams of all different sizes, you just come in back to your modify and parameters, right? Make a copy of this, make a new one, and then you change your base, whatever you want to make it. So say I make it like 4 inches. You already saw underneath there, it automatically changes it to a different size. So entirely different size we have here, right? Now that stayed the same because I didn't tie it to the diameter. Then you can just make them all day long without recreating it. Okay, sorry it took so long. Have a great day. Bye.